Check. Panthers fans, what up, though? It is your boy, Aaron Duncan, here with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. We got a post-game reaction to the Panthers versus the Chargers. The Chargers came into the trap and took over the trap. They came into the trap and took over the track. That's what's up, though, right? The Panthers lose 26-3. They have not scored a home touchdown in, 4 games? You know what I'm saying? It's bad. It's really, really bad. When you don't think things can get any worse, the Panthers invent new ways to do it. I have to admit, the Panthers, they keep us on our toes that way. They keep us on our toes that way. They find new and creative ways to let us down every week. Every week. Isn't that why we show up? Just to see how creative they can get with letting us down? It's rough, man. It's rough. It's rough. I'm thirsty, excuse me. It's rough right now. There's a lot of questions, man. There's a lot of questions, a lot of problems. We're going to recap and react to this game. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. We got 137 people checking in, watching right now. You guys make sure you give the video a thumbs up. It does not cost a thing, but if you do want to support the channel, independent creator, and help me out on this journey, you can leave a super chat. It's like a tip jar for me as a creator. If you want bonus content, some breakdowns about the team, stuff that I'm not putting on this channel, I'm going to start giving my unfiltered thoughts pretty much soon and very soon on Patreon of what I see when I watch the tape. So if you want to do that, get some bonus content, also support the channel, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/UB Sports Talk. Patreon.com/UB Sports Talk. Okay? Because today was, oh man, it was, like I said, they invent new ways to let us down. Like, last year was bad, man. Last year was bad. The start to this year feels like things could be worse. It's hard to believe. This year feels like things could be worse. It does. It feels like things can be worse. So we're going to talk about a few things today. We're going to break down the game. We're going to do some box score watching. I'm going to start doing a little bit more segments to make things a little bit more organized. We're going to do some box score watching. We're going to do my biggest takeaways, and then there's some quick hits at the end of the game, just some things that I noticed. I'm trying to be a little bit more organized. That way I don't get on here and spaz. I'm gonna try to be organized and do segments, but I'm still gonna, y'all know me. I'm measured, but I'm straightforward. I give you the facts. I show my work. Obviously, I'm still a fan, but today was bad. There's no way to spin it. Today was bad. There is no way to spin it. Today was horrible. Okay? Holland said he been waiting on my video today. I appreciate it. Sorry, man. I sorry to keep you waiting. I had to decompress. I put it on Twitter. I'm like, you know when you watch a scary movie, right? And like, it's so real. It feels real. Like some of them like fiction, like Nightmare on Elm Street or whatever, like them type of fictional movies that are like crazy. You don't really care. It don't bother you. But some stuff is like The Conjuring or like all that stuff. It's scary because like it feels real. You be so scared after you finish watching the movie. Like you got to watch some cartoons. You got to watch some sports. You got to watch a stand-up comedy or something like that. Some Family Guy. Something light just to decompress, to put in your brain. That way you don't have a nightmare when you go to sleep. That's how it is with me watching the Panthers, right? Because I watch those games at 1 o'clock and then I'm so like spent emotionally. I'm so petrified and just traumatized. I had to watch some good football. I had to watch that Cincinnati and Kansas City game. I had to watch something light, something I didn't have a dog in, something that was quality football, competent football, just so I wouldn't have nightmares about the Carolina Panthers when I go to bed tonight. It's that bad. It is that bad right now as a Panthers fan. I hate to admit it. It's bad. Mike, what up, though? Bocat, what up, though? Christian, what's good? What up, though? Raymond Sanders, what up, though? Old school Panthers fan, what up, though? Anthony Brown, what up, though? Brandon Edgerton, what's good, brother? What's going on? What up? In my lane K, what up, though? Reginald Eubanks, what up, though? And Austin Wright, what's good? What up, bro? What up, though? Brand, what up, though? K Shoes, what up, though, bro? What's good, man? You know, holding the scout department. Yeah, I don't know how things got worse. Yeah, things have gone backwards, bro. K Shoes, what up? Donald Duck, what up, though? I'm just checking in with everybody saying what up. Omega J, what up, though? Earl Locklear, what up, though? Drop a what up, though in the chat, man. I got you on the shout outs. Before I get going, killing your soul, man. It's tough. It's tough. Ben Watts, what up, though? Homie got beats, what up, though? Stony E, what up, though? AC to MC, what up, though? Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. But like I said, we're going to do some box score watching, break down the box score just off my quick glance, just watching stats and just take my takeaways and how I would analyze the box score just looking at it. My 3 biggest takeaways, and I got some quick hits. I'm not going to be before you long because I know y'all want to watch the what's it called bowl, the hindsight bowl with CJ Stroud versus Caleb Williams, because I know y'all like stuff like that, but I got to get this live stream off. But let's go ahead and get started. But one really quick word from our sponsor. I am so excited about football season being back. Finally, after a long off season. This season, I'm hitting a good amount of Panthers games, so I've been online checking for the best deals on tickets. So shout out to the sponsor of this live stream and video, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app with over 28 million downloads. There are more than 70,000 events on SeatGeek's app, including concerts, sports, festivals, and even more. Last year, I went to the opening week Panthers game down here in Atlanta with some tickets that I bought off SeatGeek. And this year, I got my eyes on some Raiders tickets, man, as I travel out to Vegas to Allegiant Stadium to check out the Panthers in action myself. I like how they put all the tickets across the web in one place just to make sure you're getting a good deal. You know, even each ticket is even rated on a scale of 1 to 10 by the app of how good of a deal it may be in this. If you look for the green dots, green is good, red is bad in terms of the type of deal. And you know I had to come through for you guys, so use my code BLUNTNESS for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code BLUNTNESS. So support the channel and make sure you click the link in the description to download the app. All right, man. I had to pay some bills really quick. I appreciate you guys checking out. Make sure you guys go to SeatGeek. If you're actually going to go to some games, check out SeatGeek. I will be in Vegas next week for the Panthers game. I'm buying my ticket on SeatGeek. So shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. And shout out to you guys for the support as well. I appreciate you. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to partner with companies like SeatGeek to do those type of things. So I appreciate you guys on that front. All right, let's go ahead and look at the box score. It's ugly. It's ugly. Let's look at offense. Bryce Young, 18 for 26, 84 yards. 84 yards, man. What the heck? What the heck? 84 yards, man. That's insane. 84? Sam Darnold had a 97-yard touchdown pass today. And I hate to compare to Sam because I really can't stand. Y'all know me. I can't stand him. I can't stand him. But Sam Darnold had a 97-yard completion today. In one play, he outgained Bryce Young. This is not acceptable, guys. It's not acceptable. Like, this is not acceptable. Like 84 yards. That is, you can get that in the drive. We see quarterbacks do this in the drive. We see quarterbacks do that in a drive. 84 is crazy. 1 interception, 2 sacks. The bright side, we only had 2 sacks. Against that ferocious front, we only had 2 sacks. We got the ball out quick at times because there was a lot of short passes as well. So obviously things deserve some context. But, like, good Lord, man. 84 yards. I don't know what else to say. Then you come down here to the rushing yards. Chuba Hubbard, 10 for 64, averaging 6.4 yards per carry. You got a question like, why is Chuba only getting 10 carries? If you're averaging 6.4 yards per carry, why are you not giving Chuba the ball more? That's my question. Why not give the ball to Chuba more? Like, this wasn't like last week where you just got destroyed from the jump. Look at the scoreboard. You only were down 6 in the first quarter. You were down 14. You gave up 14 in the second, so you're down 20. But, like, why not stick with the running game? Why not stick with the running game? You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought Chuba had a great day. I thought Chuba looked good. I would have kept feeding him. They tried to mix in some miles. You can see 7 carries, 20 yards. He just didn't look like he had the juice, unfortunately. He didn't like he had the juice. Chuba looks way more explosive. Let's look at the receiving yards. Tommy Tremble led the team in yards. 3 catches, 23 yards. Half of them came on one play with 12 yards. This is just crazy. Who is not on here? Xavier Legette. Xavier Legette is not on here. Why didn't Xavier Legette get a target? Xavier Legette didn't get a target. Xavier Legette didn't get a touch. Xavier Legette was our first round pick, but he's not putting on the stat sheet. He's not getting put on the stat sheet. So I don't understand. I don't understand. Shaq Thompson with 14 total tackles. Shaq was everywhere. Josie Jewell had 11 tackles, 8 solo. Look at these quarterback hits. We had 2 quarterback hits, and they both came on the same play. we had a sack fumble, but like that was the closest we got to the quarterback. I guess we made them uncomfortable, but 2 quarterback hits. Let's look at them. Let's look at them really quick. Justin Herbert, 14 for 20, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 sack. It's crazy to me, man. Like Justin Herbert, he looked very regular. Justin Herbert looked very regular against our trash defense. Like Justin Herbert is making like a bajillion dollars, but they turn him into a wishbone quarterback. They like really only run the ball when they have to. When it's 3rd and 7 or 6 or 3rd and longer than that, that's when they throw the ball. But they don't throw the ball that much anymore. They don't. Justin Herbert, yeah, he had 2 turnovers total. What like you got Harbaugh glazing Herbert in the presser. I wanna be just like Herbert. I wanna wear clothes just like him so I can be just like him. You won't even let him throw the ball. You got this Greg Roman offense, and I understand. Oh, they didn't need to throw. They didn't need to throw it, but he only had 28 attempts last week. He had 28 attempts just the other week ago, in week 1, and then today, yeah, they were running the ball, but like they weren't even trying. Justin Herbert looked shaky. He was throwing wobblers. He was throwing ducks. He threw some passes in the dirt. He tried to jump pass and was overthrowing plays. He had a fumble. He threw a pick that was bad. Like Justin Herbert will look really regular today. Look really regular today. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. J.K. Dobbins, 131 yards. J.K. Dobbins is on a tear right now to start the season. He looks healthy, explosive run, 43 yards. Gus Edwards had 18 carries himself, 44 times 200 rushing yards. So you give up 180 yards rushing last week, 219 this week, 5 yards per carry. Quentin Johnson. Panthers are back to being the get-right team. Panthers have become the get-right team. Quentin Johnson was on a track to be like one of the most disappointing wide receivers to come out last year. But cuckoo, he had 2 touchdowns today. He had 2 touchdowns today. Like, I mean, look, man. It is what it is, man. The defense, yeesh. We're going to talk about the defense in a little bit more detail. They only had 2 quarterback hits as well. But yeah. Shout out to both Sox on the super chat. Appreciate you, man, on the support, man. It really, really means a lot, for real. The struggle is real, making content for this team. Continuously getting on these post-game streams, talking about losses. It's not fun. It's not fun. I don't like being negative. That's just not how I live. But the team, man, it's a big source of negativity, man. Unfortunately. I appreciate the support. I really appreciate that support. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the biggest takeaways. So takeaway number 1, of course, is Bryce Young. And I hate to say it, but we might have broken Bryce Young. Bryce Young just might be cooked. And it's just from a confidence standpoint, you can see it. Like everything seems like a struggle with him. The confidence is not there. Like you have to be, there's that level of athletic arrogance you have to make it in the NFL. There's a level of athletic arrogance you have to make it to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Like I had dreams of making it to the league. But reality starts to set in. And Bryce just looks like a shell of himself. Whether it was what happened last year with all the sacks, with the lack of people getting open, with the coaching stuff, his brain seems fried. His brain seems fried. And of course, there's people on here that, since the Panthers don't get wins, they want to try to get wins by saying, I told you so about Bryce. And that's fine. That's the only wins our fan base can try to find, which is cool. I get it. But like, even a Bryce Young hater can see that this guy has regressed. And I don't know how. It's not like he's lazy. It's not like he doesn't put in the work. It's not like he has a bad head on his shoulders, that he's out here making rap music videos and writing mixtapes or going to these kind of parties. The dude lays low. He seems to be raised pretty well, seems to be a good dude. Everything we hear is he does the right things, but he just regressed. Like, even the stuff that he does well, the off-schedule stuff, the scramble drills, what was supposed to be his accuracy, throwing with anticipation, routine plays that we saw him making last year. He's not doing it this year. Rolling out. We're on the cups of field goal range. You know, Eddie ain't got a strong leg, so we on the 35, 36. So it's probably 4 down territory. Bryce Young magically avoids a sack, which I was happy with, and he continues to hold the ball, doesn't get rid of it. It's 4 down territory. I don't know if Canales isn't telling him in his ear, like, hey, this is 4 down territory. Don't take a sack, but here's your play call. But he should. If he's not, he should be telling Bryce that. Bryce also, you can tell that he's pressing. You can tell that he wants to make the play so bad that he's holding on to the ball, trying to force stuff that's not there, keying in on receivers like Deontay Johnson, trying to throw with anticipation to holes and turn the ball over. This is stuff that we saw him play better than this even when Thomas Brown came in and tried to flip the playbook. At least a little bit better. This is bad. This is really bad. Like, it's just the decision making, man. It's just like the decision making on a down by down basis. And we talk about, is he a game changer? Is he a game manager? I think Bryce being a high level game manager would be phenomenal at this point. I don't know what he ends up being, but him even being a high level game manager at this point would be phenomenal. But if you taking sacks on 3rd and medium, that's not managing the game. That's not managing the game. That's rookie mistakes. That's college mistakes. I was watching the Kansas State Arizona game. At halftime, the quarterback did some bonehead stuff like that. On the final play of the game, all he had to do was just get rid of it so they could take a field goal. He was scrambling around. Ended up running out of bounds. They got no points. That's college mistakes. I expect that from college. That's why I don't watch college. But like, his confidence is shot. And I like to think about Baker, who y'all hated as well. Need I remind you? Y'all hated Baker Mayfield as well. PJ Walker, who y'all sold out. Need I remind you as well. And Sam Darnold, who I hated. I personally will take that one. I'm not taking no L on Sam Darnold. I don't care what he does out there in Minnesota. He is what he is, in my eyes. But regardless, the point is, even when they were out there making mistakes, they were confident. Whether they were throwing it into triple coverage or throwing it to a wide open receiver. The ball was gonna come off their hands. You thought that the mentality they came off with their hands with, you thought the play was gonna be made. Especially a guy like Sam Darnold, especially a guy like Baker, who are starting now. Unflappable. Sam Darnold will throw picks on picks on picks. He's had a horrible career, a very disappointing career. But that doesn't stop his confidence. The ball is going to come off his hands like $1 million, even though it's going to go to the other color jersey. It's about confidence, bro. It's about confidence. And he's just struck out with it. It's a tough situation, man. Like, these are routine throws that he's missing, man. Like, stuff that we've seen him make. That's a problem. That's a problem. And the chronic problem is that every time a quarterback leaves here, they do well. I'm really looking forward to Bryce Young being the heir apparent to Matthew Stafford for the Rams. That's just about how things go with us. Guys just leave here. Fans run them off. They go and prosper. We look back and oh dang, maybe they weren't the problem. It happens. It happens. I'm fully looking forward to Bryce Young being the Rams quarterback probably in 2027. When he gets thrown by the wayside, he'll be the Rams quarterback in 2027 when Stafford retires, something like that. And we'll be around here kicking ourselves. We'll be somewhere kicking ourselves. That's just the type of luck that we have, unfortunately, with quarterbacks. This is bad. This is really bad. It's really bad. And the question begs to be asked, should they bench Bryce Young? And the doors are open for it. It really is. And I was against it. I'm going to give him, he's probably going to get a few more weeks at least. I would expect when is the bye week? The bye week kind of far, I ain't going to lie. He may not, it just depends. At this rate, it's tough to say. But at the same time, this was Canales what was brought in for. Canales was brought in for Bryce. They're going to make sure, it's not till the 12th, yeah. Till November 12th. It's just, it's bad, man. Because like like I said, the question basically said, should he be benched? Benching a young quarterback, man, it's tough because like it's one of those things like when you open up a can like that, you can't put it back. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube sometimes because benching those guys, it ruins their confidence. The time to bench him was to keep him on the bench to start his career. Keep him on the bench to start his career was probably the time to do it. But you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube once you squeeze it out. You can't. So it's a tough situation. It's a tough choice. Like, do you take him out just to let him catch his breath? Because we're hemorrhaging. We're hemorrhaging right now. We have to stop the bleeding. We have to stop the bleeding. I think we have to get more information on Bryce. You have to be sure. You have to be sure. Because we do not want, like I said, we do not want to see him being the quarterback for the Rams years later and he starts hooping. And we traded him away for whatever. Or we cut him or we traded him away. That's what you got. So you got to make sure you're sure. You invested too much to not be sure. You invested too much. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. Y'all can get mad. Y'all can hate it. That's just what it is, though. They have to be sure. But it's not looking good. It's really bad. It's really bad. You know what I'm saying? But to me, do you put him in there to save himself? Let him take a break. Let him catch a breath. I definitely would want him to get back involved later because this season is cooked. I don't think our defense is good enough for us to get where we want to get. They put up a valiant effort today, but I don't think they're good enough to give us what we need currently. But you have to do it. You have to try to stop the bleeding. And then you play it by ear from there. You got to play it by ear from there. Because it's a tough situation, man. It's a tough situation. All right, but my next biggest takeaway, because we ain't going to sit on here and talk about Bryce the whole time, because just because y'all think that's the only thing going on this team don't mean that's the truth. There's a lot more going on in this team. But I want to give my biggest takeaway in the shout out is to J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn played ball today, man. Let's talk about it. Because early on, J.C. Horn got beat for a touchdown. It's unfortunate the way the NFL is, bro. Like the play before, a guy called a pass. J.C. Horn almost has the forced fumble. 2 steps. He didn't make a football move, I guess. So they overturned it. Whatever. We got robbed. But then the very next play, he gets beat for a touchdown. And just like what our fans do, right on cue, they started destroying J.C. Horn. Because I'm going to tell you, last week wasn't his fault. That was a blown coverage by Fuller, the safety. That wasn't his fault. J.C. just happened to be the closest one on the screen. The way it goes with the broadcast, it looks like it's his fault. But that was a blown coverage by the middle safety. That was not J.C.'s zone. J.C. was just passing him off. It was just nobody there to pass to. But I felt like he got robbed. But then you get beat by Quentin Johnson for a touchdown. We got beat by Quentin Johnson for a touchdown. And then it's like, shoot, what the heck, man? But then lo and behold, Justin Herbert, I told y'all Justin Herbert was looking kind of regular today, man. Very, very questionable play. He throws a pick to J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn makes a phenomenal adjustment to get up and make a play. What a phenomenal pick by J.C. Horn. I did not see it coming. It actually ruined my parlay. I had Justin Herbert not throwing a pick in my parlay, but it happened. I thought, regular wishbone quarterback Justin Herbert wasn't going to throw the ball enough to throw a pick, especially against our defense who only had 8 takeaways last year. Lo and behold, we had 2 today, a forced fumble and a pick. But J.C. Horn made up for it. Not just that. There was a midfield, a nice third down stop. J.C. Horn came in and made a phenomenal tackle. J.C. Horn just had a good all-around game. He played the run. They blitzed him. He played the pass. He got beat for that touchdown. He was in position. Sometimes you just got to shake dude's hand. A good throw by the quarterback, good adjustment by the receiver. Sometimes you just got to stick your hand out and shake the dude's hand and get back to playing ball. Because the play before, JC got robbed on that forced fumble, in my opinion, gets beat, shakes it off, comes back and get a pick. a nice stop on third down. J.C. Horn played ball today. He played ball today. We need him to stay healthy. We know when J.C. Horn is on the field, this is the type of stuff that J.C. Horn can do. This is the type of stuff that J.C. Horn can do when he's on the field. A full year of this, I'm telling you, man, he's gonna earn a check. J.C. Horn is working to earn a check. I really, really like what I'm seeing from J.C. I really, really like what I'm seeing from J.C. I really, really like it. Y'all let me know in the chat what y'all would grade JC's game. A, B, C, D, F. Let me know what your grade is for JC. I probably would have gave him an A-. Because like I said, he got beat for the touchdown, but he was in position. But I want to know what you guys' grade would give for JC. Let me know in the chat. Go see what up, though. Shout out to G. Martin on the super chat. So what are my thoughts on possibly benching Bryce? I mean, I answered a little bit ago, but like, you may have to do it just to stop the bleeding. Give him a chance to catch his breath. That's the main thing. I still think you're gonna have to keep him in. They're gonna have to let him play. This is not one of them. I don't know if it's a play through it situation. I don't know if it just gets better from him playing. So they gotta let him sit for a little bit. Let him sit and watch for a little bit. Maybe come back at it later in the season. That way they can make a sound decision. The part of the reason why they hired Dave Canales is for Bryce. So Dave Canales is probably going to route with him longer than you guys want. But that's just my thoughts. I mean, it kind of is what it is. Y'all may not like it. Y'all may not like me as the messenger, but that's why I'm here for, to tell y'all what it is. Appreciate HC the MC on the super chat. Said Thielen said in the post-game interview, you have to play with emotion and dog mentality to make it in this league. Bryce never shows any emotion or passion for the game. We see him slam iPads. I mean, I don't know if we want to call Bryce a front runner per se, but we've seen some. But he feels like the type of guy that he don't feel like it's his place to be out there talking. I mean, you don't want to be talking trash and like getting geeked up if you're not performing. So that's probably why. We've seen the emotion out of Bryce in college. We've seen some emotion at times last year, some scramble runs, a little first down pointing. The Green Bay, he had the little strut walk off when he made that touchdown pass. The few times that he's made some plays, you know what I'm saying? We've seen emotion from Bryce. You know, but if you're not making enough plays, ain't nothing to be emotional about, unfortunately. But you guys make sure you give this video a thumbs up. We have a large crowd in tonight. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching, man. As we get through this, we talk about the game. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you want to leave a super chat to get your comment answered and talked about, it's the best way to do it is a super chat. It also shows support for me. Again, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Recap and analysis of the Panthers is what goes on, for better or for worse, unfortunately. And if you want some bonus content, I'm start putting my honest thoughts, some behind the scenes, and film breakdowns, of course, that aren't on the channel. Make sure you check out my Patreon, patreon.com/UB Sports Talk. I always want to say backsplash. That's the homeowner in me, I guess. /UB Sports Talk. Shout out to Eternal on the super chat. He said he almost cried and fell out. I mean, it takes its toll, man. It's got to be disappointing, man. It's got to be disappointing. That's why I think they may need to just let him take a step back. It's got to be disappointing. Like I said, his confidence, it's got to be shot. His confidence may be shot. Shout out to William Wells on the super chat. So he appreciates my shirt with the OG logo and word mark. Yes, sir. Got a real life Panther on here. I love this shirt. It's a little dingy, but this is a pro player. I love this shirt. Appreciate you noticing the details, man. Appreciate you noticing the details. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the support. All right, my last big takeaway is Dave Canales, man. It's just some questions, man. I'm not calling for Dave to be fired. Y'all know me. I'm very bullish on Dave. I'm bullish on Dave Canales. He's still an inexperienced coach. He got some. He's gonna have some growing pains too. The same way our rookie quarterback has some growing pains. He's gonna have some growing pains as well because he's inexperienced. He only has about 20 games of play calling under his belt between Tampa and here. He really his first time dealing with a rookie quarterback. And I understand that, like, you can be a quarterback whisperer, but it's different when you have a rookie quarterback, man. But, like, he's got to get better, like, managing the game, being disciplined. I just want to see him, like, I think Bryce, he, like, took a sack before halftime, and we took a timeout with 33 seconds left. It's like, bro, it's 3rd and 15. We haven't gained 15 yards all day. Like, let's take a step back. Let's take a step back, regroup at halftime. Don't call a timeout because then you're giving them a chance to potentially get the ball back. Fortunately, we had a great punt. It didn't work out that way, but man, the coach has to manage the game just like Bryce has to manage the game. I also don't know why he was going away from Chuba. Like, clearly, Bryce Young is not having a great day thus far. Chuba is averaging 6.4 yards per carry. Why is Chuba only getting 10 carries? Like, early on, even like after Bryce, first pick, I guess, it was 13-0. The game is not completely out of reach. The game is not completely out of reach, but we go away from the run from Chuba. Like, we were talking about being stubborn with the running game and everything. And we went away from the guy. We went away from him. And like I said, Dave is going to have some growing pains too. I'm bullish on Dave. But it's gonna be a learning experience. He says that they're gonna evaluate their approach as well as they go. I appreciate the accountability. He said they want to collect information on the first couple games, how they prepare, how everything goes about. They're gonna collect information and assess what we need to do. But I think running the ball is a good way to kind of settle and stabilize things. Be stubborn with the run. Be stubborn with it. But not just that, man. The sideline, you see the sideline interactions. You see Thielen throwing his helmet on the broadcast. We're hearing about Deontay ignoring Bryce when Bryce tries to talk to him. We see Bryce talking to the offensive line because they're confused about the sack that he took. And it's only week 2, man. It's only week 2. It's only week 2, and you have sideline outbursts, interactions. I know the frustration is high, but like, this is unfortunate that it's happening this way. And like I said, I'm bullish on Dave. I like Dave's overall. I like the potential. But like, this is gonna test him. It's gonna test him. It's gonna test him. You got some vets on this team. When things aren't going great, the yelling. You know what I'm saying? So he's, like I said, he's still a young coach. He's still a young coach. Because like, we gotta be better. We have to be better. We have to be better. Ultimately, he was brought in for Bryce. So he's gonna probably stick and ride out with Bryce until they're sure. But you can't tell, like, is it the play? Like, why on 3rd and long or 4th and 13 we're throwing 8-yard passes? Is that the scheme? Are we not calling up deep plays? Is Bryce not throwing deep? Do they not trust Bryce to throw deep? Then you got handoff to Miles, screen to Miles, punt. I know we paid Miles Sanders a lot of money, but 3 straight plays going to Miles, including a screen pass on 3rd and 6. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. But Dave, man, it's tough. It's tough. But y'all already talking about draft. There's no point in bringing a new quarterback into this situation. Our team is not good enough to support any young quarterback. I'm sorry. You need more. You need more to support any young quarterback coming in. Is there anybody transcendent coming out that can transcend the lack of talent on this team? No. We need assets. We need multiple assets. We need multiple assets. We just need good players. We need good young players, man. It don't really matter what position they play. If you're not making $100 million and your name ain't J.C. Horn, do not buy real estate in Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. But we'll see what happens. We need assets. We need assets. We need assets. All right, quick hits. What the heck happened with Xavier Legette? Why was he not used? Like, Bryce may be playing like garbage. But there's easy ways to get Xavier Legette involved. There's easy ways to get him involved. Give him a screen. Give him a pop pass. Bryce can't do a pop pass. Bryce can't hand him the ball. You can't find ways to get Xavier Legette the ball at all. No targets, no catches, no touches for your first round pick. Get him involved. Give him some easy stuff. Like nothing. I mean, you can blame Bryce all you want, but Bryce can do a reverse. Bryce can hand the reverse off to Legette. Bryce can give a pop pass to Legette. A wide receiver screen, Bryce can throw that. Like, that's inexcusable. Exactly. Shout out to my boy Low in the chat. We saw the screens and reverses to Legette, and he not getting them now. Like, that's manufactured touches and plays for Legette. He's your first round pick. Like, come on. Like, I don't want to hear that. Y'all saying it's because of Bryce. That's a cop-out. That's a cop-out to me. That's a cop-out. Next point. Josey Jewell. He is not a blitzing linebacker. They keep trying to blitz Josey Jewell like he's Frankie Louvu, and he's not it, bro. He's not the athlete. He's not elusive. He just runs into a brick wall and becomes a block magnet. Quit blitzing him. Why is Trevin Wallace not getting playing time? If you don't trust him out there in coverage or to make plays, Trevin Wallace can at least run fast. Trevin Wallace can run a hit. Let Trevin Wallace rush the quarterback. I don't think it's that complicated. Let Trevin Wallace get out there and run around. Like, come on, man. Put him in on third down and rush the quarterback. I just don't think it's that complicated. I don't think it's that complicated. But it's I want to see some of them young guys get involved. And I think they can help. It don't have to be full-time roles, but they can help. They can contribute. Especially with our defense being bad already. Just put in Trevin. Let him take his lumps. Let him take his lumps. That's what I say. I don't know what's going on with our tackling either. Defensively, man, it's just fundamentals are shot. The running game, we're giving up 200 yards rushing. They're getting 7-8 yards a pop. It feels like the first guy never makes the play. Guys aren't hit and going backwards. They're grabbing at legs, and the guys are dragging them. Like, why is nobody, like, why is the tackling? Why is the tackling so piss poor? Why is it so piss poor? I don't get it. I don't get it. Let me get into this super chat. Appreciate AC the MC on the super chat. The sad part is we can't evaluate this wide receiver group hardly. I mean, you can still watch the tape. and see. But to be honest, we need speed. And they need to use the speed they got. But look, they're getting frustrated out there. Receivers want the ball. 84 yards ain't going to cut it. It's not. So we're going to see what type of decision they make going forward. We'll find out tomorrow what happens. But according to Canales, Bryce is their quarterback. I will be out in Vegas at the game. Excuse me. I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to the game. I'll be there next Sunday. Y'all know me. I don't care. I'm there. I'm making that trip. I will be out there. I'm going to be yelling like we're not 0-2. I'm going to be out there talking my trash, enjoying myself. I'm probably going to be hurting a little bit, but I'll be out there in the flesh. I ain't going to be yelling at my TV. I'm going to be out there yelling at the players. Mr. Elevation, appreciate you on the super chat. 2 for 22 in 2 games is horrible. Bro, 222, 2 divided by 22. Yeah, that's less than 10%, brother. That's 9%. 9%. That's a record. It's gonna take a minute to get out to try to even that out. You know how you do that? Run the ball. You run the ball on first and second down. You make third down manageable. Run the ball again. Even when we had third and short, JT Sanders had a false start. Moved us back to third and long. You know what happens on third and long? Sack. And one of the 22 chances that we have doesn't work. Not successful. William Wells, appreciate you on the super chat. So is Campbell in Detroit. Look at where they are now. I mean, it's a good point. Like I said, I'm not saying nobody's saying to fire Dave Canales. Y'all know me. I'm the least extreme person when it comes to this team. I'm just saying. I said I'm bullish on Dave, but some of the decisions, it's going to be some growing pains. I'm telling you. Shout out to Mr. Elevation on another super chat. Said the same thing. Appreciate it, though. Faye NXC2. Appreciate you on the super chat. He said, I firmly believe that we're stuck with Bryce for the remainder of next year, regardless of how he does this year. We're drafting the best edge available. Yeah, I just don't understand how people can watch this team and just be like, yeah, let's throw another quarterback on this team so he can fail. And then we could be talking about him. I'm tired of talking about Bryce. I want to get mad and get pissed off at another quarterback. Because it don't matter who wears the hat for the Carolina Panthers. The fans going to dog him. He may or may not have success. It's a pattern, bro. It's a pattern at this point. We've seen too many quarterbacks come through. We've seen too many of them come through and leave and have success. We can't be the good luck Chuck. I don't know how many more times we got to be the good luck Chuck before people realize there's a systematic issue going on, man. Y'all know who the common denominator is. But it's convenient just to dunk on whoever is our quarterback at the time. Teddy Bridgewater, the best quarterback we've had post-Cam. Y'all hated him. Y'all said he sucked. But y'all would cut off y'all right arm to have a 250-yard, 2-touchdown pass game, even if we lose. Y'all would cut off y'all right arm to get some Teddy numbers. But that's what happens. People leave. We look back. I'm like, dang. What could have been? Or it should have been. T. Cole, appreciate you on the super chat. Says Stroud is in the elevator. Bryce can't even see the receivers breaking open on their routes. Tepper needs to let Dave get his guy, unlike he did with Frank and Co. They didn't want him. Look, man. Like I said, Dave was hired because of Bryce. We're going to see what happens because Dan Morgan was part of the regime that drafted him too. So he has some say-so there. He has some say-so there as well. So you have multiple people tied to the success of Bryce Young. Or failure, I guess. Whatever the outcome may be. A lot of people invested in his outcome. So we'll see how things play out. Like I said, it may not be things y'all like, but this is just kind of what it is, unfortunately. You have to look at stuff for what it is. You have to. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that we're at a spot where we need a lot of talent, bro. We need talent all over. I think Dave Canales will do better with a vet and just another bridge. You had the formula. You had a bridge quarterback with Teddy while you build up the rest of the roster. You had weapons on offense with Teddy, but they moved on from Teddy too quick for another quarterback. Continually chasing quarterbacks is what got us in this position. But we want to continually chase quarterbacks. You got to just kind of get a vet, take your lumps, build the roster up, and don't put a rookie out there until you got a decent team. What week will we see the captain hat? Who knows, man? We got a couple rookie quarterbacks on the schedule. We got Jaden Daniels on the schedule. We got Caleb Williams on the schedule. We got Bo Nix on the schedule. Daniel Jones ain't no rookie, but we got Daniel Jones. But we need to win so bad, man. We need to win so bad. I would love for us to win next week against Minshew. I don't know how they're going to do it. But me being there, I would love to get a win next week when I'm in person. In Vegas, I'm going to be lit out there. I would love to get a win next week. I would love to get a win next week. Lord knows I'm going to be cheering. Lord, I always give my all when I'm in person. Man, appreciate you, Sean. Y'all definitely be venting in this chat. I'll tell you that. Y'all be mad at me like I'm the one making the decisions. Don't hold my breath. I may pass out. Look, long as the parlay hit. So you feel bad for Germany. Yeah, I'll be in Germany too. I'll be in Germany too. But yeah, we gotta see. We're gonna see. Tomorrow we'll find out a lot. Am I staying all 4 quarters? Yeah, I'll be there all 4 quarters. I'll probably NFL tickets too expensive. NFL 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 tickets too expensive for me not to stay the full game. But if I'm gonna spend my money, if I'm gonna spend my money, I'm a cheer for a win. Somebody said, "Oh yeah, I saw that JC Horn quote, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. All JC Horn knows is misery. He said, all I know is the fans booing. All I know is the fans booing. Can you believe that? That's sad. JC Horn's in his 4th season as a Panther. All he knows is the fans booing. Like, that's crazy. All you know is fans being upset and pissed. Only person that's really seen some success is JJ Jansen and Shaq. Shaq saw us go to the Super Bowl, and he's seen us at 2-15. Shaq has seen a lot in his years. Shaq has seen a lot in his years, but this is tough, man. This has got to be tough. This has got to be tough. Yeah, it is rough, but it is real. I mean, this team has just misery. Misery is our next door neighbor right now. Misery is our next door neighbor. But like I said, I'm gonna be there in the flesh. I'm gonna try to get some dope content. I'm gonna try to get some dope content from out there for sure. I'm gonna try to stream from the game like I try to do. If I don't get clapped, they be playing pregame music. I don't want to get copyrighted and clap. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Shout out to Mr. Sean on the super chat. He said, while it may be painful, we can only allow BY to finish the season before we move on. He may be a good person, but Bryce is not an NFL QB, period. Look, it's a lot of football left to be played. It's going to be some tough decisions to be made. We're going to see. Said we like the Marlins. Yeah, we're going to see, man. It's going to be some tough decisions to be made. It's going to be some tough decisions to be made. But like I said, chasing quarterbacks, man, is how we got to where we are now. Chasing quarterbacks is how we got now. So we're going to have to try to, like I said, I think a vet to stabilize things and let Bryce catch his breath, whether it be Andy, could be a possible way to go. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But maybe just letting him catch his breath. But y'all don't want to hear it from me. Y'all want me to nail Bryce to the cross. I'm sorry. If you came from that. But I'm gonna talk about what I saw, and I talked about it earlier, about the regression about the situation that's at hand, about the chronic situation that's been happening, about his lack of confidence. But we just need talent, man. We just need talent all over. Because this defense, I don't know. I don't know if y'all turn y'all channel when the defense on, but the defense is bad, man. They can't tackle. They can't stop the run. It's tough. It's a tough place to be in as a team because you don't really see the light. You don't really see the light. You don't. But let me get a ball here, man. I'm finna go watch the rest of this game. I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate the support. Make sure y'all go to the gym. Go to the gym. Don't be sitting on the internet on these live streams getting mad about the Panthers. Go to the gym. Use that aggression and that energy and go to the gym. Go take a walk. Go blow off some steam. You know what I'm saying? Go blow off some steam. Go blow off some steam. Oh, I didn't see your super chat, fam. I didn't. The chat going so fast. Appreciate you on the super chat. In all seriousness, what do you think it would take for Tepper to sell the team? A scandal. I'm being dead serious. It's gonna take a scandal. I'm not gonna talk about the other scenario that could happen because I don't. That's just not what I do. But a scandal. He would have to have some Dan Snyder type scandal stuff for them to ask him out. I mean, they're about to allow private equity to come in here, but I don't think they can only sell it to 10%. So he'll probably do that and bring even more money in. But Tepper just got here, bro. Unfortunately, we're going through the growing pains of having a new owner as well. New owner, new coach, they're growing pains as well. It would take a scandal. And that's being real. It would take a scandal. So, hey, man. Yeah, better get into sports betting or the fantasy football real heavy. That way you can take the emotion out of this stuff. You take the emotion out of it. You start playing fantasy and start sports betting. You won't be your happiness won't be tied completely to the Panthers. I'm telling you. That's what I do. HC to MC, appreciate you on the super chat. He said all my work friends don't even talk smack about the Panthers. They just pity on me. It's gotten to that point. We gotta bring real hate back. My coworkers don't give me no break. They don't. I dread Mondays. I work from home, and I still hear it. They be in the chat online. I mean, on Slack, talking trash. I don't look, man. They be letting me at it. It is what it is. That's the whole point of winning games. The fun about winning games is you can talk that trash. That's the whole point. Spoils go to the victor, whatever the quote is. But they ain't not gonna feel bad for me. They let me have it. You know, take some time off. Start taking Mondays on PTO. Need a cool off period. Yeah, well, appreciate you. I didn't see it. My bad. My bad, bro. Let me make sure I got everything else before I get off. I got Mr. Sean. Said, did they really, though? Tepper has the final vote. Appreciate it on Super Chat, man. I think you were talking about the quarterback decision. I mean, yeah, but from what I understand, it was a split decision. And I don't think Stroud was that highly considered. That's just what I heard. I know I ain't got no sources, but I know somebody that got sources. And I heard it was split between AR and Bryce. That's what I heard. It was mainly between AR and Bryce. That's what I heard. Okay. I didn't hear that CJ was in that high of consideration. So do with that information what you want. Because AR struggled today too. So fortunately, I got my Gamecocks and the Braves. And the refs keep robbing the Gamecocks too. And the Braves don't act like they finally got some decent pitching, and now they don't want to hit. But somebody said about somebody get him to throw a drink at me. I ain't gonna take no drink at Tepper, because if yeah, I did have CJ Stroud too. I did have CJ Stroud in my mock drafts, right? I didn't think we was gonna trade up to 1. Ain't that crazy? I didn't think we were gonna trade up to 1. Once we got Bryce, I was excited. I was gonna support whoever we got. I was just ready for a new quarterback after being on the carousel. I wanted to at least try. AR still better than Bryce, but if he ain't the long-term quarterback, it don't matter. We looking for the long-term answer. If AR ain't the long-term answer, it don't matter. Everybody better than Bryce right now. He's literally the worst quarterback in the NFL right now. Everybody better than Bryce. You better than Bryce, though? Yes. Yes. He's better than Bryce. Yes. That ain't hard. It ain't hard. The bar is low to be better than Bryce. How bad does it have to get for a Goodell steps in? It ain't going to get that bad. Because, believe it or not, it's been worse for other teams. It's been worse for other teams. It sucks. So, we're in it. We're in the thick of it. We're in the thick of it. But all right, man, I got to get up out of here. I got to get up off here. I'll see y'all, man. See y'all tomorrow. Got videos coming out this week, obviously. Film breakdown. And Panthers news tomorrow as well. I will be traveling to Vegas later this week. So y'all pray for your boy. Safe travels for me. Send one up. If y'all want me to put something on red or black for y'all, y'all let me know. I'm taking whatever bet y'all want me to place. If y'all want to put it on the Panthers, let me know. Was there anything positive? Yeah, go back to the beginning of the video. I went through my biggest takeaway. My second biggest takeaway was J.C. Horn. It was J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn had a phenomenal game. He had a phenomenal game. Yeah, if you came in late, man, do the replay. Check it out. I gotta go. Appreciate y'all.